Yeah, it's exciting as well. Because, and give an example, the Irish, for instance, you mentioned, the signs when, my parents' generation came over to England. They saw no blacks, no Irish, no dogs. Okay, so whenever they went to try and move into into a boarding house or something, no blacks, no Irish, no dogs, and yeah. So everyone was. I wondered why were the Irish lumped in with with black people and dogs? Yeah. So what I discovered was that Ireland was black, was a black country, and what happened, and so was most of the British Isles. The Scots were black, and Britain, so not England. Britain was mixed tribes of black and brown and white people. Okay, when the last black king, Charles II, funnily enough, when Charles II, right, got deposed, right, a white Germanic bloodline took the throne. Right, they usurped the throne, and we've still got the same Germanic bloodline on the throne today. Now, the first thing this Germanic bloodline did was they sponsored Oliver Cromwell to start attacking the Irish and the Scottish. Yeah, they're two very black strongholds. Yeah. So Oliver Cromwell essentially decimated the population of Ireland. The population went down to 40%, went down by 40%, which essentially was virtually all the males. Okay, so those men that he didn't kill, they transported to their new colony in the Caribbean. Okay, Cromwell couldn't pay his soldiers, right? Didn't have enough money to pay his soldiers, so he gave them lands in Ireland, and those lands came with titles. So all of a sudden you had this colonel in the army or something who became the Earl of Cork or something like that. And if you've seen Braveheart, and you heard the phrase prima nocta, yeah, where if a common girl gets married, the nobleman can have sex with her on the on the night of her wedding, so ensuring that the first generation is going to be half caste, right? So what happened was these women were getting raped, and the darker skinned ones, offspring, got transported. The lighter skinned ones got to stay. And you do that for 300 years, what do you end up with? So essentially, and the Irish people don't like this, the so-called Irish people don't like this, essentially the real Irish are in the Caribbean mostly. Some went to the Americas, but mostly in the Caribbean. And the people in Ireland right now are Germans, are descendants of Germans, which are who the English are. The English are descendants of Germans. Wow. So that's why the Irish have had the stigma, because in America there's this phrase, one drop of Negro blood makes you a Negro. So even though these new Irish are white looking, yeah, they've still got the black DNA in them somewhere. So one drop of Negro blood makes you a Negro. So when the black people came over, it was the same. They're the same. We're going to call them, they're black people as well, even though they look white. Yeah. And apparently the Irish became white in 1940. That's when they were accepted into the white race.
1940.
1940. There's also, in America, there's a racial slur for black people, and it was smoked Irish.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I know Irish people hate me talking about it. As soon as I put it on YouTube, I get loads of Irish people. No, it's not true. And they've got this phrase, black Irish. And they think, oh, it's because of people with black hair and brown eyes. No, they've got, I don't know, Frenchmen with brown hair and black eyes, dark eyes. They don't call black French. No, the Irish for black people, and that's why he got this phrase, Black Irish.
He waits. That's what he does. And I'll tell you what. Tick followed tock, followed tick, followed tock, followed tick. Ahab says, I don't care who you are, here's to your dream. The old sailors return to the bar. Here's to you, Ahab!